It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown! Here in Northeast Ohio, where Orrville Red Riders come to Canal Fulton to take on the Northwest Indians. I'm Mike Dixon, joined by Ryan Rowland, live from Northwest High School for this Pac-7 matchup. Orrville rides into Northwest with a 4-2 record, 2-1 in the Pac-7. Orrville is coming off a 33-51 loss to Canton South last week. QB Cameron Kraft, running back Parker Hostetler, and tight end Luke Kins were Orrville's best offense production last week. Kraft had a 77 completion rate with 144 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Hostetler had 14 carries for 113 yards and 2 touchdowns, and Kins had 2 receptions for 14 yards. Orrville had 350 total yards offense. The 3-2 Indians come back home after a 13-10 tough loss to the Lake Blue Streaks in a back-and-forth battle. Northwest got onto the board first with a 15-yard touchdown run by Joey Medore, but the star running back left late in the second quarter, and Ben Chance added 3 in the fourth. Northwest offense had 124 rushing yards on 26 attempts, 172 passing yards, for a total of 296 total yards. But the stat that really slowed them down last week was 13 penalties for 115 yards against. This Pac-7 matchup is all set. Kickoff is at 7 p.m., where the 4-2 Orrville Red Riders take on the 3-2 Northwest Indians in a Week 7 battle on Q92 Sports Network, presented by Sarshone Auto Group. We'll be right back after this to look around the league.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Tonight here at Caris Stadium at the campus of the University of Mount Union, high school football between the Alliance Aviators and the Carrollton Warriors. Carrollton comes in 3-3 overall, 1-0 in the EBC. Meanwhile, the high-flying Alliance Aviators, 5-1 on the season. They come in with a record of 1-0 in Eastern Buckeye Conference play. Alliance offense has been on fire all season long. In their wins, they've scored 25, 46, 26, 42, and 49. Their only loss of the year came to Louisville back on September the 29th as the Leopards got them at home in a game that was 30-13. The Warriors come in with a pretty good running attack. And by the way, the Carrollton Warriors have knocked off Alliance the last two seasons. Speaking of that running game, it's Levi Kiko. He has rushed for 630 yards and 5 touchdowns this year for Carrollton. Meanwhile, we all know about J.R. Jackson. Offense, defense, kicking game, punting game, special teams. He does it all. He is one of the top players in all of Stark County football. Should be a great ball game tonight. The weather is going to be outstanding, and the facility is just as good. Join myself and Caleb Norick for the play-by-play tonight to kick off at 7 o'clock from Caris Stadium here in Alliance as the Aviators take on the visiting Warriors of Carrollton. I'm Sam Berkwin for AM 1310 WDPN and the Q92 Sports Network.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Week 7 of the 2025 Ohio High School football season on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. I'm Jay Wilhelm, live inside Wakefield Stadium in Perry Township as the Perry Panthers play host to the Austintown Fitch Falcons. This game has the potential to be a big one. Fitch comes in on a 4-game winning streak. After dropping their season opener to Hudson, they now sit at 4-1 and are looking to extend that streak as they start positioning themselves for a playoff run. The Perry Panthers enter tonight having lost 2 of their last 3, but defeated Jackson over at Robert Fife Stadium last week in a tough-fought Federal League matchup by a final of 21-19. The Panthers are now 4-2, 1-2 in conference play. Perry is having a very good season thus far under first-year head coach Spencer Leno. Coach Leno has brought a rejuvenation to this program, and it has showed, as even during losses, the opponents have had to work hard to win. They'll look to continue their winning ways here tonight as they are back in front of their home crowd. You can catch the game on Q92radiosports.com as myself and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, will have the call here tonight. Kickoff is currently scheduled for 7 p.m. Panthers, Falcons, live from Wakefield Stadium in Perry. I'm Jay Wilhelm, Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Peace of mind. It's one of the most important benefits that we can offer at Friends and Family Credit Union. Welcome to Family Secure Checking. It offers unrivaled security to protect your everyday finances and purchases, as well as comprehensive identity theft protection and reimbursement coverage, credit file monitoring, benefits for travel, shopping rewards, and cell phone protection that includes repair or replacement for up to 4 phones on your cell phone plan. It's time to bring a friend into the family.
Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media. We're live out here at Green Memorial Stadium in Uniontown, where tonight a battle of 1 and 5 teams will take place as the Glen Oak Eagles take on the Green Bulldogs. The Glen Oak Eagles come into tonight's game on a 3-game losing streak, dropping their first 3 Federal League matchups to Lake, Hoover, and Canton McKinley, who have a combined record of 17-1. Glen Oak's been led on the ground this season by their running back, Jevion McClendon, who's rushed for almost 500 yards on 78 carries and 3 touchdowns. And quarterback, Evan Chrissy, who's thrown for 477 yards with 4 touchdowns this year, but unfortunately 7 interceptions. Glen Oak gave Hoover all they could handle at home last week, losing 28-21. As for the Green Bulldogs, they're also on a 3-game losing streak and have also lost to Hoover, Jackson, and McKinley. They're, of course, led by their quarterback, Tyson Hunka, who's thrown for over 1,000 yards already this season with 8 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. He's also rushed for 486 yards, with Evan Reed running for 753 and Anthony McMichael III also rushing for 567 yards so far this season. Both teams want to establish the run tonight if they're going to get the victory. It's a Federal League rivalry matchup tonight as Glen Oak takes on Green. And you can hear it all right here on the Q92 Sports Network, Q92radiosports.com, and the Q92 YouTube page. From Green High School, I'm Christian Bigglesworth for Q92 Sports.
Three and 3, Jackson visits 6-0 Lake in a must-win game for the Polar Bears. Jackson coming off a 21-19 home loss to Perry, in which it lost 3 interceptions, missed a field goal, and gave up 225 yards rushing. Junior quarterback Carter Molman replaced the injured Lucas Eckerman and threw for 129 yards. Eckerman will miss this week's game with a concussion suffered against the Panthers. Jackson twice was down by 2 scores and rallied to get within 2 points. The second time came with 5:19 left. Perry held the ball the rest of the way. Senior running back Corey Jacobs had more than 100 yards rushing in each of his 4 starts and has scored 9 touchdowns since moving from receiver for the injured Chase Maurer. D lineman Reese Myers leads the team with 64 tackles. Lake was also uneven in last week's 13-10 win over Division IV Northwest. The Blue Streaks had 13 penalties in the win, which was highlighted offensively by wide receiver Zach Novak's 130 total yards and 2 touchdowns. He caught 2 passes for 80 yards and ran 6 times for 50. Quarterback Alex Squire was 8 of 15 for 137 yards and a score. The winning drive in the fourth quarter started with 10 minutes left, featured a 4th and 2 conversion at midfield, benefited from a 4th down interference call, and ended with Novak's 25-yard run. A later TD was erased by penalty. Davis Matson, the leading rusher for the Blue Streaks, he had 81 yards on 23 carries last week. Jackson's 24-14 win last season gave the Polar Bears a 19-18 lead in the all-time series. Huge playoff implications tonight as Lake hosts Jackson. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
At Your Table Cafe and Catering is located in Canal Fulton at 365 Towpath Avenue, Northwest, Suite B. A small business that prides themselves on making quality food from family recipes where everything is, as they say, homemade from the heart. You can enjoy breakfast or lunch at the cafe, or they can cater for your special occasion. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on their website, which is at yourtablecafe.com. Call them at 330-408-7771.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Fran's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season, and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
The 2025 high school football season can be summed up with two words here in the area: a grind. The Federal League and Eastern Buckeye Conference have teams jumbled at the top of the standings vying for the title. But don't forget about the Pac-7 as well. That's been the case in the conference through the first 6 weeks, and we have a great battle between two conference foes tonight on hand. The Fairless Falcons are 500 through the first 6 games, with the last 5 of them being on the road. AJ Sarbaugh's team is off a 41-14 loss at the hands of the Titans of Triway, and conference play hasn't been that kind to the Sons of Navarre so far. They're 0-2 and have allowed 89 combined points in those games after allowing just 27 in the first 4. But Coach Sarbaugh said back in the summer that all they need is a chance after that 5-game road trip in order to take the Pac-7 title. They have it. But tonight is a must-win for their conference championship hopes, and it won't be easy by any means as they welcome in the Manchester Panthers, who are 5-1 and are led by Northwest transfer quarterback Tyler Pappas, who's thrown for just under 1,200 yards on the season with 16 touchdowns and just 4 picks. Combined with the return of a first-team All-Ohioan running back in Phil Parton, who's coming off a knee injury, and 3 players defensively who led the area in tackles for loss, things could be tough for the Falcons at home. You won't want to miss how it all goes down, as you can join Robert Coleman and I for all of the action with kickoff set for 7 o'clock. From Fred Broadweser Stadium in Navarre, Matt Corrali, the Q92 Sports Network.
Week 7 of the high school football season brings us to Memorial Stadium in North Canton for a battle of Federal League unbeatens. The 5-1, 3-0 McKinley Bulldogs and the 6-0, 2-0 North Canton Hoover Vikings. A matchup that pins the highest scoring offense in the county, the Hoover Vikings, with 222 points on the season against the McKinley defense, allowing only 8.3 points per game during their 4-game winning streak, and twice in those 4 games, holding opponents to under 100 total yards of offense. Some good news for the Vikings this week. Senior quarterback John Collins is expected to return after an ankle injury, allowing Jack Andes to return to his normal role at receiver. Andes had stepped in at the quarterback position the last 2 weeks, rushing for 103 yards, and then last week, 260 yards. He leads Hoover with 17 receptions for 303 yards and 6 touchdowns on the season, and has scored 12 TDs overall. McKinley sophomore running back Kylan West enters this week as the county's leading rusher with 730 yards on the season, and he will face the county's leading tackler for loss in Hoover senior linebacker Carter Lukens with 14. But the Pups can beat you in the air as well with 2 dynamic receivers in DJ Britt and Darius Hill. They have a combined 7 of Trent Hayden's 10 touchdown passes on the season. McKinley has won 3 straight and 15 of the last 16 matchups with Hoover, and the Bulldogs lead the all-time series 25-26. It's the high-powered offense of Hoover against the stout defense of McKinley tonight from Memorial Stadium. Join me, Ryan Keller, and Antonio Hall with the call tonight. Kickoff set for 7 o'clock on Q92radiosports.com. From Memorial Stadium in North Canton, Ryan Keller, Q92 Sports.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
I am Ryan Rowland live from Q92 Sports. We are week 7 of the high school football week. We have head coach Brent Buscannon from the Orrville Red Raiders with us. Coach, I know it's week 7, late in the season. I know you guys might be a little banged up just because of where we're at in the season. But how are you guys health-wise, and how did your practice go this week?
Our practices were pretty good this week. Now, health-wise, the normal stuff. Week 7, got a couple kids that are banged up, and a couple kids that are banged up and still able to go. So, just kind of the norm right now.
All right, Coach. I know we look at your season. We see a lot of away games. This Friday, tonight will be your guys' last away game. It looks like. The additional stress might add up. But how was your guys leading up to this game? Like, how are they dealing with traveling, and how are they dealing with focusing on tonight's game?
We'll be happy to get to that home stretch, but it's not something you can control, the away things, and you got 5 at home, 5 away, so you got to take them when you get them. But overall, it was like a real good week of practice and focus. But we've kind of become the traveling nomads, so that's just how we're gonna have to take it.
All righty, Coach. Coming into Northwest tonight, they're 3-2 on the season. What is something you had to do with your team tonight on offense and defense to secure a win?
I mean, we got it, but just plain tackle better. Like last week was just a poor display of tackling, poor display of lining up, and I mean, those are 2 things that we really want to hit. It's hard enough to stop a team, but when you don't align properly, those are things you can control. So to me, it's getting lined up and getting to the football and tackling. And I always think that taking care of the football on the other side is the most important thing. And so I think, tackling, taking care of the football, getting lined up are things that are keys for us tonight.
All righty, Coach. Lastly, simply put, what's your message to your team tonight?
We have a lot of our goals still in front of us, and they can be met. But, we got to come out and play solid football, Orrville Red Rider football. And I think that's, the message that all is not lost with not getting the job done against Canton South. But you got to be able to rebound. You got to come out and play mentally tough.
All righty, Coach. I appreciate your time, and good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
I am Ryan Rowland live with Q92 Sports. I am here with your head coach, John DeMarco of the Northwest Indians. Coach, I know it's week 7. I know you guys are a little banged up just because of late in the season. How was this week, and how was your team's practice?
Not bad. We're not really that banged up. We have a lot of sickness going through us right now. We had a lot of people down beginning of the week. Hopefully we'll be getting them back here, but it's hard to tell right now.
All right, Coach. I know last week was a little heartbreaker for you guys. But what was your message to the team this week, and how'd you guys overcome that and look forward to facing Orrville?
Well, I told our kids that I was really proud of their effort Friday night, and I thought we played well against a very good team. I told them that we just need to continue with what we're doing and continue that effort, and hopefully it'll pay off for us as we move on. They bounced back pretty good. We had a pretty good week of practice. We're pretty pleased with where we're at, and we just need to come out with the same intensity that we played with last Friday, and take care of the football, and hopefully that'll be enough.
All right, Coach. Lastly, we got for you. Orrville's coming into town tonight. They're 4-2 on the season. What's something on offense and what's something on defense that you guys need to do to come home with a victory tonight?
Well, offensively, we got to contain their quarterbacks. They're playing two quarterbacks. Both of them are very good. One's a senior, one's a sophomore. Excuse me. The sophomore tends to run a little bit more than the senior. Really good athlete. Makes plays with his legs and throwing the ball. And they got some good receivers that are capable of scoring on any play. We really got to contain them. We got to make them drive the field. We can't let them have any cheap scores. And then offensively, we got to, number one, take care of the football. We can't be turning the football over. And then we need to control the clock a little bit and keep their offense off the field.
All righty, Coach. That's all we got for you tonight. Good luck tonight, and good luck rest of the season.
Okay.
All right. Welcome to Northwest High School homecoming night here for the Indians as they take on the Orrville Red Riders. Kickoff is set this evening. Northwest will kick off to Orrville. I'm joined in the booth by Ryan Rowland. Ryan, give us a quick synopsis on how you think this game's going to go this evening.
I think tonight's game is going to be dependent on this offensive line for both teams here. Both physical, both like to run the ball. I think tonight, whoever runs the ball the best will come out with the victory tonight.
All right. Well, Sheets is set to kick it off, and he kicks it deep. Picking up for number 10 for Orrville. He's going to reverse field, try to get to the other side of the field. Oh, beautiful block. He's making a couple men miss, and he is brought down at about the 26-yard line. That return was number 10, Case McDaniel. We do have a flag on the play. They're going to call a legal block. So that'll be a personal foul. That'll move them back. So this Orrville offense will start backed up into close to their own end zone, starting at about the 8-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10 on their 8. Cameron Kraft is in at quarterback. Kraft had a great game last weekend against Canton South. Parker Hostetler is next to him, to his left. Trips also to the left. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Bubble screen going out, and it is read and blown up in the backfield. That intended receiver was number 11, Braylon McDuffie, and he is met in the backfield. Northwest defense doing a nice job of reading that one.
As we get ready for this Red Riders offense, we got McDuffie we got to watch out for. We got hostile work for Case McDaniel and the dual threat and the two quarterbacks, one a sophomore, one a senior.
So Orrville breaks the huddle. It is 2nd down and 15, ball on the 4-yard line. Kraft in shotgun formation. Snap is back. Hand off to Hostetler looking for room to run, and he is met at the line of scrimmage by a host of Northwest Indians. 55 leading the way. Vince Latimer there for the Northwest defense. So it brings up 3rd down and 12. 10:42 left to go in the first quarter. Orrville coming to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. Trips to Kraft's left. Hostetler to his right. Blitz is coming. looking to throw, has a screen pass to Hostetler, nowhere to go. He makes the man miss, but is brought down just about the 6-yard line. So a gain of 2.
These Indians defense is playing tough. Some names to watch out for tonight would be Stevenson, Gaber, and Agunzis.
So Orrville is set to punt. Back deep is number 22, Joey Medor. And it looks like number 6, Logan Allman. So snap is back. Punt is up. Medor underneath it. He's going to field it. And he is brought down. Sam Garcia, number 1, on the tackle.
As the Indian offense comes out, it's going to see how much they use Joey Medor. Last week, we found out that he went down with a little hammy problem. So it'd be interesting how they use him here. Some other names to look out for is Lipkins and also that quarterback, Venables.
So Venables shotgun formation. Snap is high, almost over his head. Venables throws it, and it is almost intercepted. Venables just looking to get rid of it. Alex Mancini was the intended receiver on that bubble screen. So it brings up 2nd down and 10 for Northwest.
Northwest needs to get their offensive line rolling here. Rough week last week. It's time to get it rolling this week.
So empty backfield for Venables. Allman in motion. Fakes the handoff. Venables doesn't keep it himself, and he runs, and it gets about 4 on the play on the keeper. $51 on the tackle. Bram Hosteller. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Northwest. Shotgun formation. Handoff to Stevenson, up the middle, makes a man miss. He is chugging his feet along, and he picks up the 1st down for Northwest. Connor Stevenson. Brought down by number 4, Travis Pumnio. So it's 1st and 10, 8:41 in the first quarter. Ball on the 27-yard line for the Indians. Snap is back. Handoff to Stevenson again, up the middle. Trying to make a man miss, but he is unable to. Picks up about 3 on the play.
We've seen a lot from Stevenson last week against Lake. Right now, he's at 23 attempts for 134 yards on the year.
Shotgun formation. Stevenson to Venables right. Handoff to Stevenson up the middle. He is wrapped up in the backfield, able to break the tackle. His feet still moving. And he is able to pick up about 3 on that rushing play. So it'll bring up 3rd down. Hostetler in on the tackle. Both of them. 3rd and 5 for the Northwest Indians. Pistol formation for Northwest. Stevenson behind Venables. Snap is back. Venables looking to throw. Has a man, and he overthrows him. Abram Lazarus was the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th down for the Indians.
We're setting out the field goal unit here. It's going to be interesting what they do here with the last few weeks. They have not been that successful at field goals. So hopefully tonight they can get it under control and go up here.
So Ben Shantz is set to attempt the field goal here in the first quarter. Venables to hold. Snap is back. Hold is down. Kick is up. And it is no good. So Northwest misses the field goal once again this week. So that is a turnover on down. Orrville will take over. So 7:19 left in this first quarter. Both teams have had a drive on offense. Ryan, what are you thinking so far here?
You know, we've seen a fast start for the Warriors here, Indians out here. And for Orrville Red Riders, we got to see the offensive line that we've seen when we covered their game week 4 against Central Catholic. We got to see it moving guys. We got to see hostile being able to pick up yards.
So Orrville comes back on offense. Looks like Larson is in at quarterback for Orrville in this drive. Hostetler to his left. Snap is back, hand off to Hostetler, looking for room to run. He is wrapped up after about a 5-yard gain on the play. Jacob Garber is the initial stop and tackle on that one. You know, Garber got his name called a lot last week. He was in on a lot of tackles. So it is 2nd and 4 for the Red Riders. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Hands off to Hostetler. Has a hole, keeping his feet driving. And he is brought down by a host of Northwest Indians. So it'll be a first down run by Hostetler. Stevenson leading the tackle there for the Indians.
You know, when we look at this Red Riders offense, usually when Lazar is in there, it's usually a run team or he'll take it himself.
First and 10, Orrville at their 32-yard line.
So first down, their own 32-yard line, 6:17 left in the first quarter. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has a man and just missed. Number 11 was the intended receiver, Braylon McDuffie. Great coverage there. Trying to see who was on that coverage.
I believe it was Lipkins.
Yes, it was Lipkins on that coverage.
You know, and that's one thing these guys are going to have to do to stop the Red Raiders from scoring is lock up McDuffie. That guy is a threat.
So it is 2nd and 10, ball on the 32 still. Larson in shotgun formation. Hostetler to his left. Twins to their left. Snap is back, hand off to Hostetler up the middle. And he gains about 3 yards on the carry. So that'll bring up 3rd down. Jacob Garber in on that tackle.
3rd and 6.
So it is 3rd and 6 here for Orrville on their second drive of the first quarter.
You know, I won't be shocked, too, if we see a little bit of throwing to their tight end, Mendoza. He's a big dude. They can get some extra yards here for them.
So shotgun formation again. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, looking to throw. Beats one man in the backfield. Going to tuck it and keep it himself as Larson. He's at the 50, and he steps out of bounds at about the 40. I marked that about the 42-yard line there. So that is a busted play. Larson able to make something out of nothing on that play.
You know, from the last time we've seen him play in week 4 to week 7, just 3 short weeks, but his quarterback awareness has grown so much for that young player.
So running the play in. Mark Larson still in at quarterback. Hand off to Hostetler. Hostetler looking for a hole. Lowers his shoulder, and his feet are still moving. And that'll be a gain of about 5 on the run.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure to pick up your 50/50 tickets.
So that'll bring up 2nd down and 4 with 4:57 left in the first quarter. Orrville putting together a nice drive, eating up some clock on this play.
Yeah, and this is what they need to do. They just need to pound Hostetler down their throats to get them tired.
Shotgun formation. Snap is back to Lorson. Hands it off. Fakes it. Going to keep it around the left end, and he is brought down after a pickup of about 3. That'll be close to a first down. Jacob Garber in on that tackle. So to bring up 3rd and 1 on Northwest 33-yard line. Larson under center. Snap is back, hands off to Hostetler. Hostetler looking for room, makes the man miss, keeps his feet moving, and he picks up the first down and more. Christian Breeden on that stop. That'll be a first down for Orrville. That's the first time we've seen either team go under center this evening.
It has, and it's working because we got Patrick Hostel with 6 carries for 40 yards already this game.
Snap is back, looking to throw. Doesn't have anything. He's going to tuck it and keep it himself, and he's going to pick up about maybe 2 yards on the play.
Coaching, talking to some of the coaches from the Red Riders side, this is what they talked about last week. They moved the ball pretty quickly, but once they got inside the red zone or close to it, they stalled out. So hopefully tonight is a different story for them.
So it brings up 2nd and 9, ball on the 23-yard line. Larson in shotgun. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Hostetler. Going to go up the middle, runs the guy over, keeps his feet moving, and he picks up about 5 on the play. Looks like he was tackled by number 3, Christian Breeden. Connor Stevenson also in on that tackle. So it is 3rd and 5. Quick score update. Glen Oaks 7, Green nothing. Javon McClendon had a 73-yard rushing touchdown. So shotgun formation once again. Twins to the left. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Hostetler. Looking to throw. Has a man in his face. Going to tuck it and try to get some yards on his own. And he is brought down. Chased down behind by number 42, Jacob Garber. And it looks like we have an injured player down on the field.
Mike, if you remember from last time we seen this Orrville team playing Central Catholic, once they got down here this far in the field, they started using number 44, Justin Mendoza, as a target and ended up getting 3 touchdowns for them in that game.
Yeah, slants right over the middle just about every single time. Trying to figure out who is down. Looks like number 53 is our injured player, Jeremy Caudle. He is up and walking off the field on his own. That's a good sign there, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if it was just the hit that he took that made him knock the wind out of him for a little bit.
So both teams making their way back out onto the field. Quick score update. Hoover 7, McKinley nothing. Jackson 3, Lake nothing. Alliance 7, Carrollton 7, and Akron Manchester 7, Fairless nothing. So 4th and 4, Orrville is going to go for it. Lorson drops back to pass, has a man, throws it, and it is caught. And that is McDuffie, but is going to be close to the first down, and it looks like they are going to give it to him first down on the play. Ty Lipkins on the coverage there for Northwest.
12-yard line.
So it's 1st and 10 Orrville on the 12-yard line. 1:32 left to go in the first quarter. Down here in this area is where Orrville really struggled last week against Canton South. Let's see if they can put something together. Lorson shotgun formation. Hostetler to his left. Twins to his left. McDuffie to his right. Hands off to Hostetler. Nowhere to go. Maybe a pickup of a yard on the play. Brought down by number 7, John Campbell.
Stop being by number 7, John Campbell.
So it brings up 2nd and 9, ball on the 11-yard line. Under a minute left to play in the first quarter. Orrville taking their time, getting guys in and out.
They're taking their time to get guys in and out. Also taking a pretty long drive here, eating almost half the quarter.
So shotgun formation. 6 seconds left on the play clock. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has a man in his face, going to step up and keep it himself. Makes a man miss. Lorson is tackled at about the 2-yard line. Jacob Garber meets him right there, able to stop him from getting that touchdown.
Even though Larson's a quarterback, he has 5 carries right now for 28 yards. And if I was Red Riders right now, I'd probably give it to my big guy, number 3, Parker Hostile, to punch it in and go up top here.
So that is the end of the first quarter. Your score is Orrville 0, Northwest 0. Where there's a timeout on the field, we are going to take one also.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members. With a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
All right, welcome back to start the second quarter here on Q92 Sports Network, presented by Charshone Auto Group. Orrville is in the red zone. Larson under center, handoff to Hostetler up the middle, and he rumbles into the end zone for the first touchdown of the evening. About a 3-yard touchdown run for Hostetler. Gets Orrville on the board first. Ryan, we've noticed it. Every time Orrville goes under center, it's that short yard situation where they bring in the heavy set. They have 2 fullbacks back and Hostetler back there, and Larson under center.
Oh, yeah, and if you're an old school football guy, that's something you love to see. You just love to see them pound it and keep going.
Martinez set to kick the extra point. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is blocked. Logan Allen able to get in there and get his hands on that extra point.
Yeah, way to step up for your team, especially after they're down a little bit with that score there from Parker. And, way to step up for Allman there, just to come in there and get the ball, to try to get the momentum back on your side.
So Orrville puts together a beautiful drive, eating almost all of the first quarter up. Northwest going to receive this kickoff. Back deep will be number 8, Ty Lipkins, and number 6, Logan Allman. And Martinez is going to set to kick this off for Orrville.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a rough spot for the scoreboard. But I want to say that drive was probably about, 7 minutes and like 20 seconds. It was a pretty good lengthy drive.
So quick score update. Glen Oak 7, Green 7.
Red Riders, number 31, Jeremy Martinez. Deep to receive. 4, Northwest, number 6, Logan Allman, and number 8,
Lake
Tyler Lipkins.
and Jackson. Jackson 3, Lake nothing. So Martinez set to kick this one off here. Kick is a squib kick, and it's going to fall through back to Allman. He's going to pick it up, looking for room to run, reverses field, makes one man miss. Fighting to get that extra yard, and he is brought down on the 30-yard line.
Stop 8 by number 26, Bentley Messiah.
Stop is by number 26 for Orrville, Bentley Messiah.
Yeah, we talked about number 3, Parker Hosteller for the Orrville Red Riders. But now on offense, we either got Joey Mandor or we got Connor Stevenson, who can both do the same thing Parker can do. So let's see if they can answer back.
So Venables, shotgun formation. He's got trips to his left. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff, throws the bubble screen, and it is intercepted. Read beautifully. Intercepted by number 2, Daryl Mosley III. It's like he saw that one in film all week long, Ryan.
Yeah, way to read it. What a great read on defense right there. Way to be there when the ball was there and just be ready to take it and put that momentum back, even though you missed that field goal, back with your team and being up 12-0 now.
Well, and we've covered Northwest the last few weeks, and we have seen that same bubble screen over and over and over again. And, it's out there on film now, and Orrville just read it beautifully.
Yeah, great job to Orrville's defense coordinator and their DBs on studying film this week and practicing that.
So Martinez in to attempt this extra point. Last one was blocked by Allman. Oh, no, they're going to go for 2. I'm sorry. Hand off to Hostetter, lowers his shoulder. And he is in the end zone for 2. So that brings your score, Orrville 14. Northwest 0.
Going for 2 right there with Lorenzo keeping it and scoring. Going up 14 instead of 12, instead of 13, that could be great later in the game.
So Northwest is going to regroup here. Allman is back deep with Lipkins. Martinez is going to set to kick this one off again.
The way Martinez is setting up, it looks like he's going to do the same exact thing. So I'm looking for that 30-yard line. I'm looking for Logan Allman to be ready for this.
Off for the Red Riders, number 31, Jeremy Martinez.
So Martinez teeing the ball up here on the left hash.
Number 8, Tyler Lipkins.
I'm also look here real quick at Sadat Abitin that he has to be ready to catch this ball just in case.
So Martinez approaches the ball, squibs it up. It bounces back to Allman. He's going to pick it up at the 20, running, and he is brought down at about the 30-yard line once again, so that Northwest Indians offense is coming back out onto the field. Let's see if Venables can shake off the last mistake he had on that last drive.
First and 10 Northwest at their 30-yard line.
So it's 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line. 11:30 left to go in the half. Venables, Joey Medor in at running back for the first time this evening. Allman in motion. Snap is back. Venables rolling out, looking to throw. He's going to tuck it and keep it himself and nowhere to go. He is brought down at the line of scrimmage.
Stop 8 by number 3, Parker Hostetter.
Parker Hostetter in on the tackle.
No gain.
So that'll be 2nd and 10 for Northwest. Venables in a shotgun. Snap is back, looking to throw, tucks it and keeps it himself. Spins, makes a man miss. There's a flag down, and Venables falls after a 1-yard gain. It is holding on the Indians.
You know, that was a struggle for them last week, and it seems to be a recurring thing that I don't want to say is a bad thing, but it's one of those things that you got to watch out for, especially when you're down and trying to get something going.
So quick score update while we wait for them to move the ball. McKinley 7, Hoover 7, Jackson 10, Lake 7.
2nd down and 20.
So it is 2nd and 20 for the Indians. Snap is back. Looking to throw. Tucks it. Still looking to throw. Has a man, and it is knocked out of his hands. Ty Lipkins had the ball knocked away. Cameron Kraft playing a little bit of defense, knocking that ball loose. So it brings up 3rd down for the Indians.
Yeah, that's something great you want to see. Usually you don't see your quarterback playing DB, but for these Red Riders, that, you know, everyone's ready to rock and roll and everyone's ready to play 11 as one.
So Northwest taking their time. Snap is back. Handoff to Joey Medor. Makes a man miss. And he brings the ball just past the original line of scrimmage. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Indians. And the punt team comes out onto the field for Northwest. So Garber into punt for the Indians. Number 2 is back deep, Daryl Mosley for the Red Riders.
Back in punt formation for the Indians, number 42, Jacob Garber.
So it's 4th and 9. Snap is back. Punt is off, and it is a nice punt. Mosley's going to field it at the 30. Picks up, has it at the 40. Takes it to the 50, to the 40, and he is pushed out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. And Orrville will take over in Northwest territory after that nice return by Mosley.
Bring out of bounds at the Northwest 38-yard line. 1st and 10 Orrville.
So it's 1st and 10 Orrville. Let's see who's going to be the quarterback for him this drive. It looks like Kraft is coming back in at quarterback for their 3rd drive. Snap is back, hands off to Hostetler, and he is wrapped up and brought down by Garber at the line of scrimmage.
Stop made by number 32, Jacob Garber. No gain, 2nd down.
So it is 2nd down, no gain on that play.
You know, that's one of the hard things, you know, for this Indians defense is you got 2 different quarterbacks, 2 different styles. You're trying to get set. You're trying to get a rhythm going, and it's really hard to do that.
So Kraft in the shotgun formation. Hostetler to his right, trips to his left. Snap is back, looking to throw, has a man on the sidelines and just overthrows him. JoJo Klein is the intended receiver. So it brings up 3rd and 10 for Orrville. Ball on the 38-yard line. 9:08 here to go in the half. Orrville breaks the huddle. Kraft again, shotgun formation. Snap is back, drops back, looking to throw, has a man, and it is almost intercepted in and out of the hands of Allman. Great coverage there by Allman. Intended receiver was McDuffie.
You know, and that's another thing for Allman. He's playing locked up right now with McDuffie. That's going to be a matchup we're going to talk about all night long. Both players are going to play their hearts out for both teams, and we're seeing it right now.
So it is 4th and 10 for Orrville. They are in punt formation. Medor is back deep for the Indians. Snap is back. Punt is up, and it is a high punt, but it is going to fall short and not take much of a roll. Going to be downed at about the 16-yard line is where the Indians will take over here with 8:52 left to go.
Ball rolls dead at the Northwest 16-yard line.
As the Indians come out on offense, the last 3 possessions we've had to miss field goal, the pick six, a punt. They need to start rolling here. They need to start put things together. Their playmakers, Allman, Stevenson, Medor, they need to start doing stuff and producing for these teams. And other people, like Lipkins, has to step up.
So shotgun formation, snap is back, handoff to Medor.
22, Joey Medor, the ball carrier.
And he gets about 5 yards on the carry. We'll bring up 2nd down. Ball on the 20-yard line. Venables looking to the sideline to try to get the play in. Northwest looking for a little rhythm here on offense. Snap is back, looking to throw. Intended receiver is Allman. He catches it at about the 21, makes a man miss, makes another man miss, and gets knocked out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. And that is enough for an Indians first down.
Right now what we're seeing from this Indian offense is what we need to be seeing. We got Allman making plays, extending yards. We got the offensive line getting back into a groove. This is the Indians we all know and love.
So, snap is back. Hand off to Medor. Has a hole. Makes another man miss, and he is brought down just shy of the 50-yard line by number 11, Braylon McDuffie. So Medor finds a hole and makes something of it to pick up another big first down for the Indians.
So far this game, Joey Medor has 6 carries and only 26 yards. He's starting to get in that rhythm.
So shotgun formation once again. Snap is back, looking to throw that pass again. Allman has it, makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and he is knocked out of bounds at about the 35-yard line of Orrville. Northwest offense is starting to get on a roll. Parker Hostetler knocking him out of bounds. Indians going into a hurry-up offense. Snap is back, hands off to Medor, and he is met in the backfield by Hostetler and brought down hard.
Yeah, one of the hardest things you're going to do as an offensive coordinator when you want to run that ball is when the play is in the middle of the motion, that you see your offensive line looking back to see where the ball is and seeing that they have a pack of Red Riders there to get them.
Well, and the big thing, none of the corners were set on that play. So it's an empty backfield for Venables. Allman in motion. Hands off to Allman on a jet sweep, trying to get to the outside, but nowhere to go, and he is shoved out of bounds by number 2, Daryl Mosley. So that is a loss of 1 on that play. So Northwest is going to have a 3rd down here.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-50 jackpot is now $500.
Venables looking to the sideline, trying to get a play, relaying it to his offensive line. Medor to his left, trips to his left, single receiver down low. Snap is back, looking, going to keep it himself. Has a man missed, has a blocker, but he is brought down by number 11. Oh, there is a late flag on that tackle. McDuffie grabbing the shoulder pads and bringing him down. Personal foul. Face mask.
Face mask. Called against Orrville.
So that'll give Northwest a few more yards on that play.
Yeah, and that's something you don't want to see happen with this Red Riders defense is giving up yards like that. You got to watch how you bring guys down. You got to watch where your hands are.
So Northwest is in the red zone for the first time this evening.
12-yard line.
Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Hand off to number 42, Garber. He lowers his shoulder and gains almost a first down. Bentley Masifon in on that tackle for Orrville. And Northwest keeping the heavy set in. Venables in at quarterback. Garber and Stevenson. Hand off to Medor. He lowers his shoulder and drives. I think they're going to call the ball. They're going to call it short. Nope. It is. They're going to call him down before he gets into the end zone. So they're going to call the play dead on the 1 yard line. 5:57. Clock is still rolling. First down on the 1. Snap is back. Hand off again to Medor. He is met at the line of scrimmage, and he is in the end zone for Northwest for the first time this evening. Offensive line doing a great job of getting a push there, able to get Joey Medor into the end zone this evening.
Yeah, what a play. What a drive there they had. You know, rolling down the field, getting your playmakers in positions, making plays, and then just punching it in when you need it with the heavy set.
So, shots in to attempt the extra point. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. So Northwest gets on the board with a Joey Medor 1 yard touchdown run here in the second quarter. 5:44 left to go. Northwest 7, Orrville 14.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, so Northwest puts together a beautiful drive to get them into the end zone, a 1 yard touchdown run by Joey Medor. So kicking off for Northwest is Shantz, back deep for Orrville. It looks like we have number 10, Case McDaniel.
Kicking off for Northwest, number 21, Ben Shantz. Deep to receive for Orrville, number 10, Case McDaniel, and number 9, Tyson Woodruff.
And number 9, Tyson Woodruff. Kick is up. Number 10 grabs it, looking for room to run. He is brought down at about the 26-yard line. Case McDaniel on that return. Sanad Abutine on that tackle.
You know, as we got the Orrville Red Riders huddling up on the sideline here with this offense, is going to see who they bring out at quarterback. So far, under Larson, the team has been more laid back. They have been more in a groove. They have been more driving down the field. When they put Kraft in, it's been hit or miss with the completions, overthrowing. So it's going to be on see what they do right here.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard line. Larson in, fakes the handoff, pump fakes, has a man. It is deep. And it is incomplete. Intended receiver was number 5, JoJo Klein. Almond on that coverage for the Indians.
Number 6, Logan Allman on the coverage.
Score out in Uniontown, Jackson 17, Lake 7 in the second quarter. So Orrville comes to the line of scrimmage. Hostetler. Looks like Orrville is running a man out onto the field last second. There is a lot of confusion. 2 men in motion at the same time. Flag is down, and he is chopped down. Just number 10 on that jet sweep, but we do have a flag. Case McDaniel was the ball carrier.
Yeah, like you said, there was 2 men in motion there. Unfortunately, this is not the Canadian League where you can do that kind of stuff here.
So Orrville already knows they are backing it up. Yep, illegal shift on Orrville.
You know, and it looked like that penalty came from, starting with the guys in the sideline. They got a lot of receivers moving in and out here. I wonder if it was just who was coming in, who wasn't coming in kind of thing.
So that penalty was declined by Northwest. That brings up 3rd and 10. Man in motion. Lorson looking for the snap. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has a little bit of happy feet, rolls out, has a man, and it is almost intercepted. McDuffie, intended receiver. Almond, second time this evening, he has got his hands on a pass.
That boy is just flying all over the field on defense, making plays for his Warriors team, his Indians team.
So it is 4th down and 10 for Orrville. Punt team is coming out. 5:14 left to go in the half. Joey Medor in to return the kick for the Indians.
Back in punt formation for the drivers, number 56, Tate Howell.
56, Tate Howell gets the snap. Kicks it almost blocked. Joey Medor is going to let that one hit the ground and take a roll. And that ball is going to be downed at about the 29-yard line of Northwest.
Ball rolls down to the Northwest 29-yard line.
That last defensive series for the Northwest Indians here, what a stand from John DeMarco. Declining the penalty, knowing that his defense was going to step up and make a play. Now he had that much confidence in his guys. Now let's see if we can roll over an offense here for these guys. Getting the ball back pretty much where they had it the last time they were on offense when they took their lengthy drive, when their playmakers, Allman, Stevenson, and Joey Medor were just marching down the field and ended up scoring for them.
So, shotgun formation, Venables. Snap is back, hands off to Joey Medor, makes a man miss. Driving, and he falls forward for about a gain of 4 on the play.
Stop made by number 56, Tate Howell.
Joey Medor's at 8 carries right now for 35 yards and a touchdown.
So, shotgun formation once again. Medor in the backfield. Looking for that bubble screen to Almond. Almond not a lot of room to run. And he is brought down by an ankle tackle in the backfield by number 12, Kraft.
Loss of 6 yards. 3rd down and 11.
So it is 3rd down and 11, a loss of 6 on that play. 4:02 left to go here in the first half. Almond in motion. Snap is back, looking to throw. Almost intercepted. 26 able to get a hand on it. Bentley, and that intended receiver was number 8, Ty Lipkins. So that brings up 4th down for the Indians.
You know, even though that was almost intercepted by number 26, Bentley, we also almost had Lipkins actually catch that again with a little tip drill kind of, and almost took off for the fences. Unfortunately, it went in and out of his hands, though.
So Garber into punt. Back deep is Mosley. Punt is up, and it is a nice punt. Ball's going to take a roll. Mosley's going to field it. Brings it up to the 40. Lowers his shoulder, trying to get some extra yards, and he is brought down at about the 45-yard line. Cole Stevenson in on that tackle for the Indians.
Cole Stevenson was in there with a pack of his tribe right there, getting that guy down.
Yeah, he had the initial wrap up, and then he waited for his teammates to come give him a hand. Where Orrville will take over. So number 12 is in at quarterback, Kraft. Hostetler to his left. McDuffie, single receiver to the right. Hand off to Hostetler, goes to the outside, lowers his shoulder and picks up about 5 on the play. Christian Breeden in on that tackle for the Indians.
Parker Hostetler now is at 9 carries for 55 yards and a touchdown just in this half alone.
So shotgun formation. Kraft gets the snack, baits the handoff, throws it out to number 10, and he is lit up in the backfield. McDaniel on that play, lit up by number 14. Lincoln Blake read that all day. Bubble screen's not working too well here tonight, Ryan.
For either team. That means their defensive coaches have done a great job of getting them ready for this battle tonight.
So it brings up 3rd and 11, 2:25 left to go here in the half. Twins on both sides. Hostetler in the backfield with Kraft. Snap is back, looking to throw. Throws it to the right, has a man right at the sticks, and he is shoved out of bounds just over the first down marker. Number 11, McDuffie on that reception. So ball's at Northwest 42-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:09 left to go in the half. Orrville coming to the line of scrimmage. A little bit of confusion here on offense. McDuffie not sure where to go. Snap is back for Kraft. Kraft looking towards McDuffie. Nothing there. Double covered. Going to keep it himself. Throws it to the right and in and out of the hands of number 7, Aiden Shoup.
It went in and out of the hands of Aiden Shoup and also number 6, Gavin Bentley, who was right behind him.
So Kraft flushed out of the pocket there. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Second down.
I'm not sure really what's going on here. The sticks are moving. We have holding against Northwest, so that's defensive holding, so that's going to give Orrville 1st and 10.
I didn't even see a flag come out there.
I didn't either. So Kraft gets 1st down on a penalty. Snap is back. Kraft looking to his left, has a man, number 7, able to pick it up, and he is brought down just after the catch. Shoup there, able to pick it up, stopped by number 14, Lincoln Blake. So 1:42 left to go here in the first half. Orrville driving.
6 seconds and 4.
So 2nd and 4. High snap to Kraft. Kraft's going to roll out. Nowhere to go. Rolls to the opposite side of the field. Looking to throw. Makes the man miss, and he is brought down from behind just shy of the original line of scrimmage. Number 55 able to chase him down, Vincent Latimer. And we have a timeout, Orrville, here with 1:18.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 50-50 tickets will be on sale.
So both teams going to their sidelines to talk things over. Orrville trying to figure out what's going on in between center and quarterback exchange. That's a couple times we've seen some high snaps really go against Orrville this evening.
You know, I know it's week 7, and I know Orrville's been doing this dual quarterback set all season long. But still, at the end of the day, you're a center. You're thinking about the game. You're thinking about who you're going to block. You're thinking about the cadence. You're thinking about everything. It's kind of hard to get in a rhythm, especially when it's like almost every other series, it seems like we're getting a new quarterback.
So Northwest making their way back out. Officials trying to tell Orrville to get out of the huddle and come out here and play some football. 1:18 left to go in this half. So Kraft bringing his offense out. Hostetler next to him. 3rd and 4. Snap is back. Blitz is coming. Kraft looking. The receiver didn't look. It is picked off. Picked off by Ty Lipkins. He is going 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Ty Lipkins is into the end zone with a pick 6 with 1:05 left to go in the half. Northwest defense comes up big.
What a play that was. You know, we got a little miscommunication between the quarterback and the wide receiver on what route to run. He didn't turn around. Ty Lipkins was there to score it and run it downfield to hopefully tie up his Indians.
So Ben Shantz in to attempt the extra point. Venables the holder. Snap is back, hold is down, kick is up, and it is good through the upright. So that's Northwest 14, Orrville 14. Beautiful pick 6 by Northwest defense. 1:05 left to go here in the half. Both defense making big plays in this quarter, Ryan.
Yeah, I was about to tell you, what a quarter. You know, we started off kind of slow in that first quarter, both times just trying to fill each other out. But they have really opened it up in the second quarter, and it is showing. Both teams now have a pick 6. You know, multiple punts, but we have a ball game at 14-14, and, you know, the momentum has slowly shifted over to the Indians' sideline here.
So Northwest coming out to kick it off. Shantz to tee it up. Back deep for Orrville. It looks like we have number 10, McDaniel, and number 9, Woodruff. So ball teed up. Kick is a squib kick. Number 10 picks it up, runs to the opposite side of the field, trying to get around the end, but here is nowhere to go. He is brought down. So Case McDaniel brought down by, it looks like, number 15, Alex Mashburn, and number 24, Logan Turbovich.
You know, as Case McDaniels was trying to get that ball here on this on this kickoff return, it looked like he was a little confused there with the bounces, trying to figure out which way to go with it. hoping that it wouldn't take a sideways bounce and for the Indians to get it back here.
So 58 seconds left to go in the half. Orrville comes out onto the field, trying to see what quarterback is in for him. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Hostetler. Nowhere to go. It looks like Lorson is met at the line of scrimmage on the quarterback keeper. Clock is still ticking. 43 seconds left to go here in the half.
Yeah, Orrville seems to be doing every other series, it looks like, with their quarterbacks.
So Orrville comes to the line of scrimmage. Lorson shotgun. He's got trips to his left. Snap is back, rolling out, looking to throw, and he is brought down by none other than Jacob Garber. So that ends the first half here. So it is Northwest 14, Orrville 14 as we go into halftime. We will be back right after this.
At your table cafe and catering is located in Canal Fulton at 365 Towpath Avenue. Recipes where everything is, as they say, homemade from the heart. You can enjoy breakfast or lunch at the cafe, or they can cater for your special occasion. You can find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on their website, which is at yourtablecafe.com. Call them at 330-408-7771.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of Q92 News. A special prosecutor is being sought for the case of two Canton police officers charged in the death of a man in their custody. Prosecutors made their request today in Stark County Common Pleas Court during a pretrial hearing for Bo Shonegi and Camden Birch. They are charged with reckless homicide. Prosecutors cite a conflict of interest. Retired Medina County Common Pleas Judge James Kimbler is overseeing the case after a final pretrial hearing is set for January 21st. In April 2024, Frank Tyson of Canton Township crashed his vehicle near the AMVETS building on Sherrick behavior. He stopped breathing after being handcuffed and put on the floor. Molly Stark Hospital will soon come down. Crews are set to begin demolition of the 96-year-old facility next week. The contractor is Gary Matarelli Excavating. Stark Parks owns the property in Nimishillen Township, which has been abandoned since 1995. Park officials have cited safety concerns. The hospital has also been the frequent target of vandals. Stark Parks received a $2.3 million grant from the Ohio Brownfield Remediation Program last last year. It will cover about 75% of the cost of asbestos abatement, demolition, and site remediation. Stark Parks, the county land bank, and commissioners will pay the remainder. Completion is expected by the end of the year. The city of Louisville opened its new. David Schur reports.
The $8.6 million $15,000 square foot with training facilities, sleeping dorms, and a decompression area in which the air pressure is elevated to keep out the contaminants from the vehicle emissions. On hand for the ceremonies, which included dedication of the building to the late city manager, Dr. Larry Collins, whose efforts resulted in this facility, were members of his family and officials from fire departments all over the county and beyond. For WDPN News, I'm David Schur.
You'll soon have another option for flying. Chicago's O'Hare International Airport is set for departure Monday morning at 7:45. United Airlines currently operates the only service to Chicago from CAK. Akron Canton will host a gate party for travelers on the American derailment, and Norfolk Southern have until October 10th to respond to a lawsuit. Federal Judge Benita Pearson issued the deadline portion of the settlement. They allege their legal representatives intentionally hid crucial information about health risks. At issue is the portion of the settlement providing payments to individuals who signed a release of their personal injury claims against the railroad. The motion requests that the settlement, which was approved a year ago, should be nullified. Norfolk Southern has indicated it will oppose the motion. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Highway Patrol is investigating a fatal single-vehicle crash in Columbiana County. It happened around 8:40 Wednesday night. A car was southbound on State Route 644 in Franklin Township when it failed to negotiate a curve, went off the right side of the road, and struck a tree south of Lewis Road. The vehicle caught fire and the driver died at the scene. Their name has not been released. The crash forced authorities to close the roadway for about 2 hours. A man accused of attacking a Latonia police officer will undergo treatment at Heartland Behavioral Health Care in Massillon. The commitment of 47-year-old Randy May of Latonia was issued Wednesday by Columbiana County Common Pleas Judge Megan Bickerton. He was recently found not guilty by reason of insanity, a felonious assault, and aggravated robbery. Bickerton said an evaluation determined May was mentally ill. Officer John Hancock suffered a broken ankle and a head injury when he was hit with a metal bar during an October 2024 traffic stop. May was also found not guilty by reason of insanity for assaulting a deputy in April of 2024. The final termination of commitment for the Latonia case will be in 2036. The hearing for the other will be in 2027. Attorneys have filed an amended injunction in Mahoning County Common Pleas Court asking a magistrate to allow Youngstown Ursuline High School transfer students to play football this season. It was filed Thursday. The amended injunction notes a Trumbull County judge ruled in favor of 3 students who transferred to Girard and seeks the same decision in Mahoning County. The OHSAA ruled last month that any student who transferred from Ursuline to another school would not be able to play for the 2025 season. The season was canceled following allegations of hazing, sexual assault, and harassment involving some players. The original injunction in Mahoning County was recently denied. A hearing is scheduled for October 10th. A woman is headed to prison for the drowning death of a 1-year-old girl in Youngstown. 32-year-old Adrienne Hudson of Youngstown was sentenced today by Mahoning County Common Pleas Judge Maureen Sweeney to 6 to 9 years behind bars. She pleaded guilty in August to charges of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering. Hudson was indicted in January 2024 for the September 2023 incident. London Kazan was found in a pool at a home on Ridgelawn Avenue. Hudson was babysitting the girl and her own child at the West Side address. The group was outside and the girl reportedly wandered away and ended up in the pool. The child's death was later ruled accidental. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, clear and cool, a low near 52. Sunny skies Saturday with a high reaching 81. Saturday night, clear, a low around 50. Sunday, sunshine returns with a high of 82. Monday, sunny skies and a high of 83. From the Q92 Newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears.
Looking for unique, handcrafted treasures? Come explore Cozy Cottage Market, a locally owned gem in Canal Fulton. With 34 amazing local vendors, you'll find everything from bath and body products, home decor, and chocolates to local honey, hot sauces, and seasonings. Join us for our monthly outdoor markets full of community charm and one-of-a-kind finds. We're at 919 Cherry Street East in Heritage Square, just 2 doors down from Don Brand's Pizza. Cozy Cottage Market Shop. Support local and love what you find.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
All right, we are back here at halftime. We're going to go over some scoreboard scores from the area. All right. So our score here at halftime is Northwest 14, Orrville 14. We have at halftime Jackson 17, Lake 14. That sounds like it's a pretty good game over there, Ryan, in Hartville.
Yeah, that sounds like an amazing game right now.
So Green 34, Glen Oak 14, just under a minute left in the second quarter. Right before that, Honka to Reed for a 40-yard touchdown play. Halftime over in Hoover, McKinley 14, Hoover 7. Halftime, Akron, Manchester, Fairless 7. Halftime, Alliance 21, Carrollton 7. Halftime, Perry 0, Fitch 0. And that sounds like it's a really good ball game. I guess there was a field goal attempt right before, and Fitch blocked it in the final seconds going into halftime. So those are some great scores around the area. We're going to step aside and come back with our first half highlights.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season. Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
This is high school football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, welcome back here at halftime at Northwest High School, where the score is Northwest 14, Orrville 14. Ryan, we had an exciting second quarter. Let's get some stats from that first half for us.
Yeah, what you said is a great, exciting second quarter. We got 14-14. Our throwing quarterbacks, Kraft for Orrville is 2 for 6 with 15 yards. Larson is 1 for 3 with 10 yards. Venables is 5 for 7 with 25 yards and 1 interception. On the running side, we got Medora at 8 carries with 35 yards and a touchdown. Venables 5 carries with 15 yards. Hosteller 9 carries with 58 yards and 1 touchdown. On the receiving side, we have Allman with four receptions for 5 yards. McDuffie with 3 receptions for 15 yards. McDaniel with 2 receptions for 3 yards. And Soup for 2 receptions with 6 yards and a couple of pick sixes.
Yes, and those couple of pick sixes have come from both sides at big times in the ball game. This evening, Orrville getting on the board first. We're going to take a listen to that highlight. Larson under center, handoff to Hosteller up the middle, and he rumbles into the end zone for the first touchdown of the evening. And right there, Hosteller able to put it in for Orrville. Orrville would go and get that extra point blocked, and they would be up 6-0. But Northwest able to drive down the field, and Joey Medora able to score a 1-yard touchdown to get on the board, and then a big pick six by Orrville. Fakes the handoff, throws the bubble screen, and it is intercepted. Read beautifully. Intercepted by number 2, Daryl Mosley III. And Mosley able to take that one into the house. Just beautiful, beautiful play there by the Orrville defense. And then Orrville driving right before halftime, and Northwest able to get a pick six of their own by Ty Lipkins. Snap is back. Blitz is coming. Kraft looking. The receiver didn't look. It is picked off. Picked off by Ty Lipkins. He is going 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Ty Lipkins is into the end zone with a pick 6 with 1:05 left to go in the half. And that right there recaps our first half of how each team got into the end zone. Ryan, so we had a nice halftime here. Both teams going into the locker room trying to make some adjustments, If you're Orrville, what are you doing different coming out into the second half?
If I'm Orrville and if I'm Brent Buzz Cannon, I'm telling my guys, we gotta man up, we gotta go in. But I'm also taking my guys and I'm saying, Larson, going forward, I'm making you the quarterback. We gotta get this offense rolling. It's rolling better with you right now, with you and Hofstadter and McDuffie. So I'm taking them and I'm rolling with that, and I'm gonna try to come out here with a win.
And then if you're Coach DeMarco in Northwest, what are you doing to get this offense rolling?
If I'm Coach DeMarco right now, I'm in the locker room. I'm talking to my guys. I'm talking to my Almonds, my Stevensons. I'm talking to Medor. I'm talking to my offensive line. I'm saying, be the guys you are meant to be. Be the guys that we know who you are, and make some plays. Let's extend the drives. Let's make sure we're blocking. Make sure we're not getting the dumb penalties or the stupid mistakes, and we're rolling. And let's get a win tonight.
Yeah, and that's the big thing is that penalties have played a part on some big drives for both teams. I know Northwest was able to extend their touchdown drive because there was a big face mask penalty by Orrville. And then on the other side, Northwest lost some yards, and it was in favor of Orrville just due to the fact that there was defensive holding.
Yeah. And, those are the mistakes that you got to watch out for, especially, getting later in the season. You're at week 7. Playoffs are coming. This is a matchup. This is something, we got a 2-1 pack, Orrville. We got an undefeated in the pack, Northwest. These guys are trying to fight. They're trying to get a championship. They're trying to get playoffs. They're trying to get everything going.
And both teams coming off a loss, looking to bounce back from it. You got a tied ball game. It's pretty much 0-0 coming into halftime. If you're Northwest, you've got to come up with an identity right here, straight off the bat. If you're Orrville, I think you're right on the money. You gotta maybe stick with one quarterback here because Kraft is kind of slowing things down for them. They're not getting as much offense out of Kraft as they are as number 13. They're Lorson. So it's a big decision there for Coach to try to figure out what's going on. I know I see both quarterbacks warming up on the sidelines. And both defense have really stepped up when they needed them.
Yeah, both defense stepped up. We mentioned the pick sixes. We talked about the stops. We had a lot of punting. We had a lot of missed field goals and all that stuff. Piggyback off what you said about the quarterback situation is I know Kraft is a senior. And I know Larson's only a sophomore, but at some point in your season, especially late in the season, you got to talk about what's next for your team, and we got to talk about the future. And the future is going to be these young guys. We got to get these young guys experience. We got to get things rolling. No knock to Kraft. Have Kraft stick to playing DB because he is playing lights out right now regarding some guys. Just stick to one side of the ball if needed.
So both teams are huddling up, getting ready to break it and come back in to start the second half. We'll be right back after this.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
This is head coach John DeMarco from Northwest Indians. We're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here to kick off the second half. Both teams are tied at 14. Northwest will receive the second half kickoff. Almond and Lipkins back deep. Interesting to see if Orrville squibs it again. They have just about every single time.
Yeah, they seem to switch right there to that 30-yard marker.
Number 31, Jeremy Martinez.
So 31, Jeremy Martinez kicks it. Nice kickoff. It's going to roll into the end zone for a touchback. Almond making a smart decision and just let that line drive go into the end zone, where the Indians will take over on the 20-yard line with 1st and 10.
You know, if you're Northwest right now, too, is trying to get back in that rhythm who you are. You know, taking your time, getting plays rolling. You know, a little wheel out here or a little pitch or a little slant here and run the ball.
So the officials taking their time here, getting the ball set.
Maybe there's another mystery flag out there.
So 1st and 10, ball on the 20-yard line. Heavy set in the backfield. Snap is back, hand off to Stevenson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, nowhere to go. I'm sorry, that was number 13 in the backfield, Kellen Reinford. First time we are seeing him in the backfield this evening. So heavy set again. 3 running backs. Hand off Medor, has a hole. He is going, still on his feet, and he picks up the first down as a gain of about 11 on that run. Parker Hostetler on that tackle. 1st and 10 for Northwest.
You know, the beauty of this heavy package is Northwest has all their guys right there, and anyone can get the ball.
So snap is back. Hand off to Medor again. Shifty makes a man miss, but then he is brought down after about a 1-yard gain on the play. Or 42 on that tackle. Angelo DeFranco Love. 2nd and 9, shotgun formation. Hand off to number 13. Has a hole, and he picks up a first down and more, about a 15-yard carry on the play. Kellen Renford. Kraft on that tackle. That brings up 1st and 10, ball on the 46-yard line. Hurry up offense here for Northwest. Snap is back. Hand off again, looking for a hole. Picks up about 5 on the play. Garber is the ball carrier on that one. So it's a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Venables heavy package. Hands off to Medor. Medor shakes a man, and he is brought down after a 2-yard gain.
You know, so far this drive for the Indians, we have 3 different running backs picking up some big yards, and the clock is rolling for this team.
So it's 3rd down and 4, ball on the 48-yard line, 9:35 left here. Snap is back, hand off. Number 13 has a hole, and he has room. 30, 20, 10, 5. He is into the end zone. Big run there by number 13, Kellen Renford, and that puts Northwest in the lead for the first time this evening. Beautiful blocking there by the offensive line for Northwest. So this heavy package, Ryan, coming in, and it's a whole different look than Orrville saw pretty much all first half.
Yeah, their heavy package is almost like their version of the wing tee, and it is great, but it's going to suck you into it. Wheel routes will be available.
So snap is back, kick is up by Shantz, and it is through the uprights. Northwest 21, Orrville 14. What a beautiful opening drive by the Indians.
You know, that drive for the Indians, we had, Joey Medor, we had Kellen Ryford, we also had Evan Gabriel, we had, Ryford getting a heavy load there with almost 40 yards, a touchdown. Joey Medor at 3 yards, and Gerber at 5 yards. So they're moving that ball around, using their offensive line, using that offensive line that we know to be physical, to be smart, to help it and to extend plays. This is the team. This is their identification right here.
So we finally have a score out there in Perry. Perry just had a 47-yard pick six return to get on the board. So it's Perry 7, Fitch nothing. So Shantz is set to kick this up. Woodruff and McDaniel back deep for the Red Riders. Kick is up. McDaniel's going to field it at about the 10, up to the 20, and he is brought down at about the 26-yard line. Jimmy Dawson in on that tackle for the Indians.
Now I know when we talked about Orrville, we talked about what quarterback's going to come out. But if they keep the theme of tonight, it is going to be their senior Kraft.
So Orrville offense is coming out onto the field. And it is Kraft in at quarterback, Hostetler in at running back, McDuffie to their left. Snap is back, hand off to Hostetler, trying to get to the edge. He has a hole, and he is up. Beats one man, he's at the 50, stiff arms another. Rumbling, he is at the 40-yard line where he is brought down out of bounds. Beautiful run there by Orrville to start their first drive of the second half. So 34, Connor Stevenson in on that tackle for the Indians.
And that's one thing about Parker Hostetler is that he is a physical back, that he will lower his shoulder. He will do whatever it takes to get yards. And as we've seen there, you're not going to be able to get him with a shoelace tackle. He's going to go, and he's going to keep punching his feet.
So Orrville back on offense. 1st and 10, ball on the 39-yard line. Kraft looking out at his receiver. Fakes the handoff. Oh, he does hand it off to Hostetler, and he gets about 5 on the play before it is blown dead. Brought down by a host of Indians. Another big Pac-7 game is Akron-Manchester 21, Fairless 7.
The Manchester team's really tough.
That's going to be a heck of a matchup. Manchester and Northwest here coming up soon. Kraft. Snap. Hands off to Hostetler, running to his left. Stiff arms, and he is wrapped up, but there is a flag on the play. Looks like it's in the grounds of holding area, and that is what they are calling. So they are going to back it up.
That's one of the hardest things about an offensive lineman is, you got your lock, you're locked in with your guy, you're pushing him, you're trying to help your running back extend the play, and sometimes you got to watch where you grab him and how you grab him and where you're at in the field.
So it is 2nd and 17. Ball is now on the 46-yard line. Kraft in the shotgun formation. Hostetler to his right. Twins up top. Twins down low on the line of scrimmage. Snap is back, or we're going to get a false start on the offense. Man, 2 big penalties in a row. They're going to get pushed back once again.
Yeah, John Campbell for the Northwest Indians did a great job there as a linebacker, coming up, making him feel like he's going to blitz, taking that step to get the guards there to flinch.
So Kraft coming from the sidelines with the play. It is 2nd and 22. Ball is now over midfield on their 49-yard line. Kraft scanning the field. Snap is back. Looking to throw. Miscommunication again between wide receiver and running back. Looks like running back ran a streak and they were looking for an out towards the sidelines. That intended receiver, I believe, was supposed to be number 10, McDaniel. So all kinds of miscommunication tonight between Parker and his receivers. So McDuffie out wide. Parker pointing out the blitz, Kraft pointing out the blitz. Snap is back, blitz coming, throws a screen. Hostetler met at the line of scrimmage, and there is nowhere to go. He is brought down at the line of scrimmage. Beautiful job by that Northwest Indians. Connor Stevenson met him at the line of scrimmage, wrapped him up, and wouldn't let him go until his teammates got there. So it is 4th and 23 for Orrville.
Yeah, Orrville went in the wrong direction this drive that they wanted to go in. Started off pretty hot.
So Almond is back deep with number 3, Christian Breeden. Punt is back. It is not very good off the side of his foot. Oh, he fields it and it is on the ground. Calls for the fair catch, fumbles it, but they are going to say he picked it up. Close call there by the Indians. Breeden given the opportunity on punt return. Calls the fair catch and then drops it.
He just saved himself there. That's all I can say there is because that would have been very close. And if you'd have gave the ball back to Orrville, especially in the red zone, man, you do not want to go back to that sideline.
So not having a single score in the first half, Fitch finally finds the end zone, and it's Fitch 7, Perry 7. Venables in the shotgun, looking to throw, has Almond, and it is tipped at the line of scrimmage by number 10, Case McDaniel. You know, these DBs for Orrville are doing a real nice job this evening. So Venables looking to the sideline for the play. Still in that heavy formation. Renford and Stevenson, and Medor behind them. Hand off to, Jacob Garber actually in at running back, and he picks up a big play, and he is brought down on the Orrville 45-yard line. McDuffie on that tackle. So first down, Northwest.
You know, if I was Northwest here, I would say forget the throwing game. We're going to beat you with our legs because it is working.
It is definitely working, and that's what the whole press box in here is saying also. Snap is back. Hand off to Renford again. Renford has a hole, and he gains about 5 on the run.
Tackle made by number 52, Connor Hensley.
So tackle made by number 52.
Second down and 6.
Connor Inslee there. It's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Indians. Snap is back. Hand off to Joey Medor. He's following his lead blockers, and he has enough for a first down and a little bit more. So Northwest getting the ball rolling as they're running down the field.
First down, Northwest.
So 5:45 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. Snap is back. Handoff from Madore again. Has a little bit of a hole and makes the most of it. Picks up about 4 on the rush. Number 4, Travis Pumnio on that tackle. So it's 2nd and 5 on the play. Ball on the 25-yard line. Snap is back, hand off to Renford. He's following his blockers. He gains of about 4. Hostetler in on the tackle. Brom Hostetler, that is.
You know, in this version of their wing tee, the heavy package, we have almost 90 yards just this quarter alone in this thing.
So we are going to get a flag on the play. I think they're going to call a false start here on the offense. Yep.
False start, called against Northwest.
You know, I wonder because on a couple of these plays, the lead blocking back has started to take a few steps a little early to try to get that to that hole before anybody else. And I think the refs have finally kind of caught on to that one.
Yeah, and you guys stay there for just a half a second longer.
So wing T formation, snap is back, hand off to Garber. He is met and ate up in the backfield by number 3, Hostetler, and number 42, DeFrancisco Love. It's a mouthful. Sorry, Ryan.
What a name.
I mean, haven't had 2 big tackles here so far on this drive. It is 4th down and 9 on this play.
And the offense staying out there.
So the offense is going to stay out here, still in that wing T / heavy package they have going. Oh, they are not throwing the flag. That should have been false start on the defense. They're going to throw, has Almond open, and he catches it in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow.
Beautifully placed ball by Venables right through the defenders. So Northwest on the board again, and now they're out to attempt the extra point. Snap is back, kick is up, and it is through the uprights. 3:35 remaining here in the third quarter.
You know, what a drive there for Northwest. You know, they pounded the rock little bit with using multiple running backs. They get inside the red zone. They sucker the defense in to load the box. And then on 4th and 9, Venables comfortable enough to throw the ball to his trustworthy receiver in Allman. And like you said, in between 2 defenders there, and catches it for a touchdown.
So our only 2 undefeated teams in the Federal League, Ryan, are struggling this evening. McKinley 21, Hoover 7. Jackson just got a safety against Lake, and it is Jackson 19, Lake 14. So Ben Shantz set to kick it off. Woodruff and McDaniels back deep for Orrville. Kick is up. It is deep to McDaniels. He has it at about the 5-yard line. Trying to get to the outside, and he is brought down at about the 24-yard line. Alex Mashburn on that tackle for the Indians.
You know, in that true fashion, you know, Orrville's come back on offense. It is our buddy Larson's turn now to have his goal.
We'll see if your observation is correct here. So it's 1st and 10 Red Riders at their 25-yard line. There's a lot of confusion tonight on this Orrville offense as Lorson comes in, changing the play at the line of scrimmage. Snap is back, handoff to Hostetler. He is going onto the left side, trying to make a man miss, and does. Keeps his feet churning, and he gets about 6 yards on the carry. Campbell in on the tackle. And Lazarus also there to help. Man, Green all over Glen Oak tonight, 48-14 in the third quarter.
Wow. We got some incredible Federal League scores going on. Some great games going on.
So 2nd and 3 for Orrville. Lorson in at quarterback, Hostetler next to him. McDuffie spread out by himself top. They're looking for the option. Lorson going to keep it himself. He has the first down and about 5 more yards beyond that. Jacob Garber in on the tackle, and we have an injured Indian down on the field. Not really sure who that one is. So while there's an injury timeout on the field, we are going to step away.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN. Hey, sports fans, want the latest local sports news, game photos, coach and player interviews, and live play-by-play coverage? Then follow Q92 Sports on social media now. We're on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Like, follow, and subscribe today. Catch the highlights, relive the moments, and stay connected to your hometown teams. Q92 Sports, your home for everything local sports. Real teams, real action, real coverage. Follow Q92 Sports on social media.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back after that injury timeout. Jacob Garber was the injured Indian. He is being helped off the field by his teammates there. So it is 1st and 10 Orrville. 2:38 left to go in the third quarter. Lorson in at quarterback. Snap is back. Hands off to Hostetler. Hostetler trying to get around the end. Throws a stiff arm, but nowhere to go. Ball is on the ground, but they're going to say ground caused the fumble. Brought down by number 34. Connor Stevenson wrapped him up and would not let him go anywhere.
You know, this Indians defense has been all over Patrick Hostetler. And it's wonder if they went in with the defensive meeting at halftime and talked about how they got to stop him to get out here and win the ball on defense.
So Orrville comes to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 13. Hostetler in the backfield with Lorson. Snap is back. Hostetler going to option it out, or Lorson going to option it out to Hostetler, sorry. And he is met just at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to go. Beautiful job by the Indians defense to stay home. Christian Braden and John Campbell in on that tackle for Northwest. So it's 3rd and 10 1:23 here left in the third quarter. Orrville taking their time.
Yeah, it looked like there's confusion on the sideline there, too.
And it looks like Orrville is going to take a timeout here as a frustrated head coach on the sidelines. Once again, miscommunication with his offense. And Ryan, I don't know if it has to do with, different play callers coming in or just guys not paying attention tonight. But it is awkward to see in week 7 that you're having this many difficulties getting your plays and your personnel on and off the field.
I was as this confusion was going on over there. I was looking over at the head coach Brent Buscannon, and I was looking at him talking to his assistant coaches who has been helping him call in the offensive plays. They seemed, as a coaching staff, be even confused on what they wanted to call there, which then confused the players, and then which made head coach Buscannon really upset over there. It might be a mixture of everything, trying to give some of your coaches or some assistants more duties later on in the season, but a lot of confusion from this Orrville team.
So 3rd and 10, Orrville is out on the field. Players are still talking things over on the wrong side of the field. We have wide receivers changing which side of the field they're going to be on. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff to Hostetler. Has a man. It is complete to number 9, and he is pushed out of bounds just on the opposite side of the marker. Tyson Woodruff able to pull that in for the Red Riders. So with all the confusion there, Red Riders able to pick up the first down and get into Northwest territory. Orrville to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. Snap is back. Handoff to Hostetler. He's going to his right. Lowers his shoulder and nowhere to go. He is brought down by number 3, Christian Breeden. And number 34, Connor Stevenson. So they're going to give him a yard on that play. 40 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Orrville coming to the line of scrimmage, trying to get one more play off here before the quarter ends. Snap is back. Lorson looking to throw. Has a man in the flats. Caught by number 10, McDaniel. And that might wind down here the third quarter. Yeah, I don't think Orrville is going to get another play off. It is 2-1, and that is the end of the third quarter. Northwest 28, Orrville 14. We'll be back to start the fourth quarter.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, as we start the fourth quarter here at Northwest High School, Orrville has the ball on the 40-yard line of Northwest. Mark Lorson leading the Red Riders down the field. Snap is back, looking to throw, looking to the flats, and it's almost intercepted again. Pass intended for McDuffie. Almond there to break it up.
Almond is a loose cannon in that backfield there. He is all over the field. He will fly to that ball. And that's what you want to see as for a defense coordinator there.
Well, and the big thing is you are throwing. They're double covering McDuffie with Lipkins and Almond over the top. So, fourth down, shotgun formation. Lorson looking to throw. He is flushed out of the pocket, running, going to tuck it and try to keep it himself. He steps out of bounds just over the 35-yard line. Is it enough for the first down, Ryan?
Yes.
Yeah, they are moving the change. That was close. That is I don't know if that's good field awareness or Lorson just got lucky where he stepped out.
Well, I'm going to say with his young age of being a sophomore, I'm going to say luck, just because it takes a while to realize where you need to go.
Well, especially with the sticks being on the opposite side of the field.
Yeah.
Quick Pac-7 score update. Akron-Manchester 35, Fairless 7. Start of the fourth quarter. So Orrville driving 1st and 10. Shotgun. Snap is back. Handoff. Fakes the handoff. Going to keep it himself as Lorson. And he gets about 7 on the carry. So Colin Smith on the tackle here for the Indians.
You know, so far this half, this Indians defense has stopped Hosteller for only 16 yards. But Larson is running wild on him with 27 yards so far.
So it is 2nd and 4 on the 28-yard line for the Red Riders. Lorson yelling at his receivers. Snap is back. Hand off to Hostetler. He's trying to get to the edge, and he is brought down by Connor Stevenson right about the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, that running back was number 4. Travis Cunyo, and he is hobbling off the field there right after that carry. So Hostetler's coming back in.
I believe that was our first time seeing him on offense tonight. He's played a lot of defense, made some tackles.
So Shoop and Hostetler come in on offense for 3rd and 4. Shotgun for Lorson. Snap is back. He is looking to throw to his left, but throws to his right. McDuffie into the end zone, and it is dropped as soon as he hit the ground. Braden McDuffie had it, and the ground caused him to drop it. Ty Lipkins on that coverage. That was great coverage by Lipkins. It was just a jump ball in the end zone, and McDuffie, having a little bit more height over him, was able to try to bring it in, but ground caused that fumble. It's going to be 4th and 4 for Orrville. McDuffie is 6'5", 180, and Lipkins is 5'11", 145. Snap is back. Looking to throw. Blitz is coming, and he falls down. Number 7, John Campbell, busts through the line of scrimmage and brings down Orrville's quarterback, Mark Lorson. Had no time whatsoever. So it's going to be turnover on down. 1st and 10 for the Indians. Ball on the 35-yard line.
And that's something we don't want to see, especially on 4th down, is just sliding down. And
so hand off to Joey Medor. Breaks it out to the outside, makes one man miss, lowers his shoulder, makes another man miss, and carries Parker Kraft over the 50-yard line to about the 45-yard line. There is a flag down on the play. It is a face mask against Orrville.
Face mask is the penalty called against Orrville.
So that face mask is on number 10, Case McDaniel. So that gives Northwest a few more yards on that play. First and 10 ball on the 47-yard line.
First and 10.
Snap is back, handoff to Medor again. He's shifty, makes a man miss, but he is being picked up and carried backwards after about a 5-yard gain on the play.
If only if it worked in football, we could pick the guy up and carry him back and not get the,
stoppage of play there.
Yeah.
Forward progress stop.
Yeah, forward progress there.
So Northwest has the ball on the 39-yard line, 2nd and 7. Shotgun Venables, handoff. Stevenson has a hole, and he is gone 20, 10, 5, touchdown Northwest Indians, but there is a flag on the play at the line of scrimmage. Uh-oh.
And looking from John DeMarco.
John DeMarco walked all the way past the numbers to go yell at the official.
You could also tell that Kellen Rainford was not happy too.
DeMarco, I have never seen a coach walk that far out, and then he got the better of himself, collected himself, turned around, and walked away before he said anything to get himself into trouble. So that penalty negates the big touchdown run for Northwest.
Yeah, I give DeMarco credit there. He turned around and instead of causing to see him another 15 yards or unsportsmanlike, he just went back to the sideline there.
So 2nd down again. Snap is low, hits the ground, handoff to Joey Medor. And there is another flag on the play in the sign of holding.
Flag is down on the play.
Yep. Holding against the Indians. Brian, this is about the time last week when Northwest got all the holding plays in their game against Lake.
Yeah, it's, holding for an offensive line coach, you think about holding for two things. Either your guy is beating you or you're getting tired out there. And hopefully that's not the case for this team. And they're just simple mistakes. But this is something that they got to watch because now this is their 3rd holding penalty so far this game.
2nd and 17.
49-yard line.
49-yard line. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff, going to roll out, has a man at the sidelines. Almond catches it, and he is going to step out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. So that brings up 3rd down. Third and 5.
At the Orrville 37-yard line.
Quick score update. Jackson 33, Lake 21, end of 3. Snap is back. Handoff to Joey Medor. He is following his blockers, and he is brought down by an ankle tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Tate Howell in on that tackle for the Red Riders. He has been all over that field tonight making tackles for Orrville. So 1st and 10 for the Indians.
First down, Northwest.
Northwest taking their time getting the plays in. Trying to eat up a little bit more of this clock. Snap is back. Handoff to Stevenson. Stevenson lowers his shoulder. He's trying to do it again, but he is brought down. Looks like by number 9, Tyson Woodruff lowers the shoulder and brings him down.
First down, Northwest.
So another big 1st down by Northwest. Stevenson coming out of the game, calling for a sub. Kellen Renford coming in for him.
Yeah, I don't blame him calling for a sub there. These running backs are tired. Just alone this half, those running backs have a combined total of 135 yards.
So still this heavy set offense. Snap is back, hand off to Joey Medora. He follows his blockers, a nice little hole, runs into the official, and he is close. He's going to pick up that first down on the play. I think if the official wasn't there, Ryan, he was gone.
Yeah, the official wasn't there. That was definitely a touchdown. But also, unfortunately, as an offense coach, that's when you got to tell your running back, you got to mow him over because he's in your way, and you got to score and you got to get a touchdown.
He's a pretty big guy, though.
He was.
The official is. So, first and 10. Hand off to Medora again. Stutter steps. He fumbles it. Ball is on the turf. And they're going to say that Orrville has the ball. So a turnover in the red zone. Joey Medora fumbles it on the 8-yard line. Orrville able to pick it up. Hostetler able to pick it up. That is Bram Hostetler. From up here, it looked like he might have been down.
Yeah, I was going to say it was either down or it looked like the fumble was caused by the ground.
So Orrville catches a break here. 7:26 left in the ball game.
And here should come the senior Kraft at quarterback.
And it is Kraft in at quarterback. Hostetler next to him. Snap is back. Kraft drops the throw. Has McDuffie, but he is going to throw it short. Ball sails out of bounds. He had 2 receivers on this side, McDaniels and McDuffie, and just overthrows him.
Yeah, I personally believe if he did not overthrow him there, that could have been very dangerous because McDuffie did have Lipkins beat there.
Oh, he did. And I'm not really sure who that was for because it was kind of in between both receivers. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 7. Snap is back. Hand off to Hostetler. He's looking for a hole. He is met at the line of scrimmage, but able to pick up 2 on the run. Connor Stevenson again in on the tackle. Manchester 42, Fairless 7, fourth quarter.
3rd down and 7.
So it's 3rd down and 7. Snap is back, looking to throw. Has some guys in his face. Great coverage downfield, and he is going to throw it away.
This Indian defense is definitely picking up for Medora's fumble down there.
So the punt team comes out for Orrville. 6:29 left. Opportunity squandered here by the Red Riders. Just great coverage by Northwest downfield. Back deep is number 3. Is Breeden.
This is also their 6th punt of the game.
Snap is back. They came after it, but punt is up. Great punt. It's going to hit the ground and take a Orrville roll. And that is going to be down at the 30-yard line of Northwest, where they will take over 1st and 10.
If you're almost John DeMarco, you're almost okay with that because now you're getting some field to play with. You're getting the clock to play with. You're getting a lot of things here to work to get a win tonight.
So a nice 15-yard bounce there for Orrville.
30.
The ball's on the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Northwest comes out on offense. Orrville's defense has got to make a play here. Venables looking. Snap is back. Hand off to Renford. Renford follows his blockers, but he is met at the line of scrimmage and brought down. Gain of maybe about a 1. Number 52 in on that tackle, Connor Inslee. And we have a couple players down on the field. I think one of each team.
You are correct, sir.
So they are down. We are going to step aside.
Missed the big game? Don't worry, Q92 has you covered. Check out our SoundCloud page where you can relive every exciting moment. From high school football, basketball, baseball, and softball to Mount Union football and basketball, we've got it all. That's every broadcast from this season and even classics going all the way back to 2016. Follow Q92 Radio on SoundCloud and never miss a play, a call, or the thrill of the game. Q92 Radio on SoundCloud, your home for every game, every season.
All right, we are back. Both players are up. It looks like number 67, Brody King, is the injured Indian, and he's going to have to come out for a play. And, Ryan, that's going to be pretty interesting because, if I'm not mistaken, he is the center for their offensive line. Number 56 was the player down for Orrville, Tate Howell, and it looked like he just had a cramp. So both teams coming back out. Clock is rolling. DeMarco's still on the field taking his time getting off. 5:50 left here in the half. Snap is back. Handoff. Looking for room to run is Stevenson. And he gets about 1, maybe 2 yards on the carry. Parker Hostetler able to bring down the tackle.
They chose to remain anonymous, but they generously donated $300 back to the touchdown club, and we thank you so much.
You know, Connor Stevenson so far has 41 yards this half. Would have had more if that touchdown did not get called back earlier.
So, shotgun formation. Snap is back. Looking to throw. Has Almond over the middle. Airs it out, and it is caught. He is tackled at about the 25-yard line. Big play by Northwest. They caught Orrville sleeping. If I'm Northwest, I am hustling down the field and catching this team off guard again.
Oh, 100%.
So beautiful throw by Venables. Finds Almond for about a 30-yard completion downfield.
Yeah, Almond has 3 completions this half with 75 yards.
So 4 seconds left on the play clock. 2, 1. They got the snap off. Mador with the carry goes to the right, and he is brought down. I don't think the officials were paying attention to the play clock because it was a 0-0 there.
I was just about to look at you and tell you, Mike, I think that was very generous of them to keep their flag in their pocket because it was at 0-0.
It was at 0-0 for a good second, maybe 2. So 2nd and 8. Venables gets the snap, hands it off to Redford, lowers his shoulder and gets about 5 on the carry. This Northwest offensive line is just getting a great push here the second half.
Yeah, Kellen Redford, who just showed up the second half to play, is already at 55 yards this half.
So it is 3rd and 3 for Northwest. 3:27. Snap is back. Hand off to Renford again. Bounces it outside, lowers his shoulder, keeps his feet moving, trying to pick up that first down, and he does. And Northwest gets the first down inside the 10-yard line. Hostetler in on the tackle.
First and goal, Northwest at the 9-yard line.
So first and goal at the 9-yard line. 3 minutes left to go in the game. Northwest just looking towards the sideline.
Yeah, they're in control of the clock. They're in control of the game right now. They're just going to try to take their time, eat as much clock as they can to make sure that Orrville cannot come back.
Snap is back. Fakes the handoff, has a man wide open and overthrows Almond. Had him on the out route. So Venables has an incompletion, pass intended for Almond. Kraft on the coverage there.
Second and goal.
So it'll be second and goal from the 9-yard line. 2:41 left. Snap is back. Hands off to Redford.
Number 13, Kellen Reinford.
Reinford, excuse me. Reinford falls after a 2-yard gain.
You know, this is what you want from the Northwest Indians right now in offense. He's run a couple plays, run the clock down. You know, if you get a touchdown, great. If not, you've ate up pretty much a good portion of the clock where it's going to be hard for Orrville to even come back.
So shotgun formation, 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Snap is back. Hand off to Medor. He tries to bounce outside. Nowhere to go, and he is brought down by Hostetler once again. Rom Hostetler all over the field tonight. So that'll bring up a 4th down. They are going for it. Big man going to throws to the other big man, number 50, and he is just short of the end zone. Number 60, Ben Nathaniel, throws to number 50, Kyle Turley, and he is short of the end zone. It is a turnover on down.
You know, Mike, we kept calling this offense the heavy package. Well, we were all wrong. We just seen the heavy package with 2 offensive linemen. We almost went for a field goal there. Then they motioned out of it and had a lineman catch the snap and throw it to another lineman, and came up a half a yard short of a touchdown.
How many times do you think they practice that in practice?
Probably a good amount, especially with a lineman, because you want to make sure we're usually not known for our hands.
Well, and what's funny to see after that completion, that same lineman walk all the way over to the water cooler and starts chugging some water after that long drive and then his attempt for the touchdown. So 1:25 left to go here in the ball game after that Northwest trick play fails. 1st and 10. Ball, gosh, on the half line, maybe?
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
I mean, all of Northwest defense is giving the safety symbol to each other. They are hungry. They want to blitz. They want to try to get this safety. Orrville is going to take a timeout, which is kind of awkward here.
You know, they're probably trying to figure out what quarterback to put into, but which would be Larson's turn. But, you know, maybe they're trying to figure something out. And, you know, like you said, Northwest is over here trying to get a safety. And right now, if I was John DeMarco, it's late in the game. If you give up a touchdown, you can still steal the win. So I'm going all-out blitz here. I am sending the house.
We have quite a ball game down at Lake. Jackson 33, Lake 29, with about 8 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. So Orrville's offense finally coming out on the field. A hungry Indians defense wants that 2 points coming out. Big, heavy offensive line package. Parker or Kraft in under center. Hands it off to Hostetler, and he is met, and he is not going to get out of the end zone. They're going to say he had forward progress and call him down. That is a very generous call there, Ryan.
You know, I'm going to say this. I will give it to those officials giving them forward progress. They owe Orrville a call, if you want to say it, as if you're a fan, for that delay game that they didn't call. So
that was very, very generous. We have a 2nd and 10. Ball is now on the 1. Still in that heavy package. Kraft under center. Trying to get, they're going to call Northwest offsides.
they're going to get encroachment right there. And it looks like it was on, I want to say 62 right there, 63.
Encroachment called against the Indians.
A 5-yard penalty. 41 seconds left to go. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 6 now.
Second down and 5.
So it is 2nd down and 5. Northwest just barely got their guys off the field. Snap is back. Looking to throw, airs it out. They are going to get pass interference. McDaniel's the intended receiver. Blake on the coverage. So it is 15 yards from the line of scrimmage. You know, Blake really just had to turn around, and he would have been okay.
Yeah, and
he did not make an attempt to look for the ball.
Yeah, and that's one of the hardest things right there is, like you said, you got to turn around. You got to know where the ball is. And with not turning around, that's why they're going to get the pass interference call. Now, the good thing is, again, in high school football, it's from the line of scrimmage and not the spot of the foul.
Sometimes I forget that.
Well, it's hard because we watch all kinds of different levels of football, and it's all different every level.
It is true. Looking to throw. Again, has number 9, able to catch it, makes a man miss, and then is tackled by an ankle tackle. Tyson Woodruff with that completion.
Zanad Aberdeen right there making a great play. I mentioned it last week. He was late in the game, made some tackles. He's a 2nd-generation Indian with his brother coming here, Zaid, who is now defense coordinator at Marlington.
So, shotgun formation. Snap is back. Handoff to Hostetler. Makes one man miss, lowers his shoulder, and he falls right at the first down marker. We'll see where they place that one. Jackson with a big 58-yard touchdown run by Corey Jacobs. Jackson 40, Lake 29, 6:32 left to go in that ball game. Timeout Orrville.
No, but
So, big ball game out in McKinley. McKinley 21, Hoover 20. Hoover just scored to make it 20 and then missed the extra point to tie it up with 1:52 left in the ball game.
What a Federal League game that is going to be. You know, new head coach for McKinley stepping up, showing that, you know, he's here to make a noise for himself as a head coach.
Well, and this is the most points a team has put on that McKinley defense.
Yeah. I believe, too, the McKinley's head coach, his dad and brothers are co-defense coordinators for that team coming over from Holben.
So Orrville's offense coming back out onto the field. After that timeout, we have 2nd and 1. Ball on the 44-yard line. 5 seconds left to go in the ball game. Kraft snap, drops back, looking to throw, looking to McDuffie, overthrown and out of bounds, and that ends the ball game with the Northwest Indians winning 28-14 over the Orrville Red Riders. We will be back to go over in-game highlights after this.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
This is head coach John DeMarco from Northwest Indians. We're listening to high school football on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back to wrap this one up. Northwest Indians having a big second half on offense and defense to get the win 28-14 over the Orrville Red Riders. We're going to go over some scores in our area. Alliance 47, Carrollton 21, 4 minutes left in that ball game. McKinley 21, Hoover 20. And there is about a minute left in that ball game. Fitch 14, Perry 7. Fitch intercepted Perry's tying drive there. Akron Manchester 42, Fairless 13. Lake 40, or Jackson 40, Lake 29 still in the fourth quarter. A final out in Glen Oak, Green 51, Glen Oak 20. So once again, our final here is 28-14. Some big plays on offense and defense out here this evening. Just Northwest kicking it in, changing offensive formations into that heavy package where they were able to have three different running backs in, and Orrville not knowing who was going to get the ball, and all three running backs able to step up for each team. So we got a score update with 4 minutes left. Lake 37, Jackson 40. That is a big ball game over in Lake. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we saw one heck of a ball game here this evening in Week 7. Northwest picking up the win over the Orrville Red Riders in the Pac-7. Ryan and I will be back here next week for Northwest and Tuslaw. So once again, my name is Mike Dixon for Ryan Rowland and Q92 Sports Network, presented by Sarshone Auto Group. Thanks for spending your Friday evening with us. Have a good one.